That's for being a feminist.
Right. I deserve that. I
Yeah.
wasted my
What the
time.
hell,
Yeah.
man? No, let's.
Right. No.
Because, see, here's the thing: feminists are fun people to invite to dinner parties. They're
Yeah.
people. They're cool people to have around. They're great friends with benefits. Woo! Cause y'all crazy.
Hmm.
So what about feminism? See, now here's the thing. I don't have a problem with women wanting equal the right to vote and to be treated like, you know, I don't want you to be treated like second class citizens or anything like that. But we're not equal. And what about feminism appeal to you?
I feel like being that I've always, like I said, I've always been clear on what I wanted, but when I realized that most of the girls my age are just kind of like, where I live, where I grew up, all of that, it just wasn't aligning with what I wanted. I felt like maybe I was just looking for too much, not knowing my self-worth and not being, I guess, confident in what I wanted. Just kind of led me to down the path of like, okay, let me just have fun. I'm getting all of this, all of this attention. Let me just go with it. And I have all this time, I have all this time. I'm young, right? And it's not till I guess when I turned 27 this year that I realized, like, girl, you're really not that young.
Danger Zone!
I want kids. I want to be, married. All of these things. And
Okay,
that's
so
kind of just.
let me translate for the people in the audience.
Mhm.
I'm in danger!
I was out here dating and kicking it and having hot girl summer.
Listen.
I was riding on that carousel possibly,
Oh Lord.
and I ran up my numbers, and next thing you know, I look up and everybody even got married. I can't go to the clubs like I used to, and now I realize that you know what? I really would have preferred to have. I've got nothing from this, and that's
Mhm.
cool. But now what you going to be? So did you go to college?
I did.
Bachelor's, master's, PhD. What?
Bachelor's.
All right. So what part of the country are you in?
I live in South Florida.
Oh, Florida. All right. So do you want to be? You want to be married? Do you want to have any children?
I do.
How many?
3.
Three. Now you know what's coming next. Would you like? Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after
Never,
you?
no.
All right. All right. So, everybody, I would like to introduce you to Tina. This is Tina. Hi, Tina. You even look like the girl who I thought of when I made Tina. All right. So, why don't you want to have to work? Let's talk about that.
It wasn't something my mom didn't work growing up for some time. Well, she did for some time, and I realized like in the household the difference.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up with a mom that was like, a nurturer. She would cook for us, clean for us, and
Okay.
I always wanted to do the same for my family.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's a big reason why.
So, how tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Oh, you're a fun size. What dress size?
2 or 4, depending on fabric.
So
Mhm.
how much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
125.
Okay. 5 foot, yeah, about 10 pounds. I mean, you're still in the range. And all right, so if you watch my show, you know if to have 3 kids, how much is the man going to need to make in order to have a stay at home wife?
I would say for us to be comfortable around 250, 300 a year.
For 3 children?
Yes.
What part of South Florida? You're not in Miami, are you?
Close enough. I live in Boca.
No, you're talking 350, 375. Because you got to also ask yourself this question: do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Um, I don't really subscribe of the idea of college anymore, but of course I want it to be a choice for them.
Okay, well,
So,
college
if
makes
they want.
sense. So college makes sense if you're going to get science, engineering, technology, or math.
Exactly.
Okay, or
Exactly.
law or medicine or something like that. Not just
Right.
business management. So if you had a child that wanted to go, you would want them to be able to go.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
and would you want them to have to go into debt, or would you like to be able to pay for that?
No, I would want them. I would want us to have the means for us to
Right.
pay it out.
So for three
Straightforward.
children to be able to go to college, if 2 out of 3 plus looking at 16-year-olds, cars. Look, man, it costs a lot. It costs a lot. So what's your degree in?
In marketing.
All right. And what do you do for a living?
So I'm actually a behavior therapist, so nothing to do with marketing at all.
Behavior therapist meaning what?
I work for ABA, kids with autism.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a passion for you, a calling?
No, it's not. It was just something that I got into because of, how much they pay and all of that. So it's not something that I see myself it's not my calling now.
All right. So where'd you go to? Do you have college student loan debt?
No.
All right. So the guy you'd be looking to marry, you don't have any student loan debt, 3 kids. Do you have anybody who you're their prospect to be their wife?
No.
All right. What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
2 years.
How long ago was that?
About a year and a half ago.
And why didn't you guys get married?
So I wasn't happy in the relationship.
What do you mean?
I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied. It was becoming almost a drag for
What did he do for a living?
What did he do?
Mm-hmm.
He's a firefighter.
A firefighter.
And has a couple of businesses on the side.
He has a couple. Okay. Firefighters make pretty good money though.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But it became a drag.
Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't. Our values didn't align. We weren't looking for the same things.
Okay.
He did want to marry me, but it was one of those things where I couldn't see myself in the relationship. Like I was very miserable in the relationship.
You were very measured or measurable?
No, miserable.
Miserable.
So,
how was the intimacy?
It sucked.
That's really what you're going to say at the beginning. That's why the relationships. All right. So, all right. How important is that to you? Sex.
Oh, it's very important.
All right. Well, so here's going to be a problem. Here's going to be a problem right here. High value men, the men that kind of money you're talking about, are not going to spend hours trying to pleasure you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're not. I mean, I don't know if you. These men, we're talking about 12, 14, 16-hour days. They're going to come through the door. And after you have all his children, homework done, he wants to have it so he can just look over it and check it. You have the kids already ready to go. Kids are fed. Everybody's clean. He's going to want to be able to sit down, have his drink. You catch up on a day, and then you'll be servicing him.
And that's important to me, for him to be satisfied more so than for me.
Okay. So you will be willing to sacrifice sexual gratification for stability?
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's smart. Black women, pay attention. You're going to have to do that. Because the dudes that have time to break your back are going to break your bank account.
Right, exactly. So.
What's the oldest man you've ever dated?
39.
How old are you?
That wasn't too long, like maybe 20 earlier this year, 26, 27.
Oh, so you were okay. So would you date a man in his 40s?
I would, yes.
Because the kind of men, the money you're talking about a man in his late 30s or 40s income.
Right.
So,
I'm open to it.
So what does he want from a woman?
Oh, femininity, compassion, someone that's submissive, beautiful, giggles and laughs, strokes his ego.
Well, let's just assume that that's right. Have you ever been that kind of woman, an ego stroking woman?
Naturally, but I feel like I kind of lost that, just living down here and the people that I surrounded myself with.
Well, all that stuff you said were nice buzzwords. The first thing he wants is cooperation.
Right.
He leads.
Definitely.
these things are diametric. These things tend to bump heads with feminist ideals. Um,
Right.
I mean, can you hold? Have you ever been to a dinner party?
Yes, I have.
Um, all right. I will say this though: you're in South Florida. You're in a place where these guys exist, but finding out, finding what the kind of lifestyle you want comes with a man, and you need to figure out what these men want from their women, and you have very little time to get caught up. When do you turn 28?
February next year.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a deal. That's a hard one. Um, but I will say this. Um, are you, how important is excitement and that kind of stuff in a relationship?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
it's important.
Because you seem like a kind of a carefree spirit.
Yes.
All right. Well, that high value men are structured, regimented, disciplined. I mean, I get that you want the kind of lifestyle, but could you live that?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I get that you want that kind of lifestyle, but could you
Oh,
live that? I get that you want that lifestyle. Could you live that though?
oh, could I leave it for
Could you live
stability?
it?
Definitely,
Could you
100%.
live it? Could you live the buttoned up, high value lady lifestyle?
Oh,
I don't know what happened to her. She just froze. There you go. Could you live the buttoned up, high value lady lifestyle?
I have, yes.
You have?
Yes, I actually went to finishing school and all of that.
All right. So what the hell happened to you? You just
I can
decided to
tell
lose your damn mind and get out of here. Okay.
you.
Having.
Tell me about it. I came down here for college and kind of, yeah.
So when are you gonna move?
I'm actually moving later on this year. Yeah,
Where are you moving to?
I'm moving to Tampa.
I wouldn't do that. There's no real
Okay.
high value men in Tampa, but
Right.
moving to a city where high value men live and leaving that carefree lifestyle behind. Also, you leave a little bit
Okay.
of your rep. I mean, you can still win, but you gotta go in this with
Okay.
you gotta go into it with the mindset of winning. If you've already been in finishing school and you have the look, you don't have kids, you're not overweight, you have the look down, but you have to understand that these men are looking for women to be their vice president, they're the president, they're looking for co-pilots, and understand that is a completely different lifestyle, a completely different headspace than what you've done the last few years. And here's the thing, there are plenty of women who get out there and have had bohemian kind of lifestyles. They tend to just stop that shit in college. You
Yes.
did it for 3 to 5 years too long, so you're gonna have to reel that all the way back. Got it?
Yes.
Thanks, Nicole.
Definitely.
Appreciate it,
Thank
sis.
you so
Bye.
much.
Bye. All right.